Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have another episode of my FIFA 21 ratings series, and today we're going to be tackling Liverpool. Now Liverpool's a really interesting one because obviously they've just won the Premier League and they are the current reigning European champions, soon to change in a couple of days. But should be interesting where their ratings lie. Now I should mention this is recorded on August the 21st, so if any transfers have happened after this, I didn't know about them. What we do in this series is we take the starting 11 that I think is going to start for them next season, and we compare their FIFA 20 ratings to what I think their FIFA 21 ratings are going to be. And I would love it if you guys could comment your thoughts on my predictions and everything down below. I'd love to hear anything, and I'd love to start a conversation with you guys. Most importantly, if you do enjoy, make sure you drop a like and subscribe down below. We're trying to hit 20,000 by the end of the year, so if you could subscribe to the channel, post notifications turned on, it would be brilliant. I've got loads more videos coming your way. But yeah, without further ado, we're going to crack into the ratings. Let's do this. First, we go to our goalkeeper, Alisson, for Liverpool. Now, if you saw my Man City one, you would have seen I put Henderson up to 90, and I'm doing that the same with Alisson. They're both going to 90. The reason I think this is because I think they are both equally as good and the best two keepers in the Premier League. So I think they should both go to 90. Alisson, again, had another decent season. Not as many clean sheets as he would have hoped, but he had a great season and he's a fantastic keeper. So for that reason, I think he should get the one rating up to a 90. Because 89 seems a bit low for a keeper of his calibre. I mean, he's a European champion, a Premier League champion now. He deserves a high rating. Next, we have Andrew Robertson, who was given an 85 rating last year, and I think he's actually going to stay the same. Now, with Robertson, I could either see him staying the same or going up one, but I decided to keep it safe, and you'll understand why in a couple of players' time. But I think he's had a brilliant season. Definitely could never have gone down to an 84 or something because he's played really well. He's so fast. He runs so much. He's got a fantastic delivery in the box. He's a bit overshadowed by Trent a lot of the time because Trent is just so sensational that he kind of gets like he doesn't necessarily get the same numbers as him, so people don't think of him as this incredible player, but he really has to be rated as one of, if not the best left back in the world. As I said, I could see him going up to 86, but I think I'm just going to put him 85 for now. Next, we have Virgil van Dijk. Now, the massive centre-back from the Netherlands for Liverpool. Obviously, he's an incredible player, world class to say the least. Now, I've actually kept him at 90. Could have gone up to 91. Never could have gone down, obviously, because he's the centre-back for a Europe and League winning team. Yeah, I could put him 91, but I've decided to not go too crazy on players like Van Dijk. Maybe he should be close to 91 to like be that elite level. The reason I stuck it the same is just like, if we have all the Liverpool team just improving so many ratings, then their team would be too high in comparison, in context to the rest of the footballing world. So that's the reason I've kept him there. A great player, and I definitely wouldn't be surprised if EA gave him a 91, but I'm going to keep him at 90. Next we have Joe Gomez, Van Dijk's young English centre-back partner. I've moved him up 2 ratings. I think 80 is far too low for him. I think he could even be an 83. I'll put him 82 because he's deserved a 2+ upgrade at least for his performance this season. I think he's very underrated. He's got a lot of potential. I think he's going to be very, very helpful for England in the future, and that's the reason I've given him an upgrade to 82. Next, we have the big boy Trent. I've moved him up 3 from an 83 to an 86. Now, I wanted him a bit higher than Robertson, hence why I kept Robertson at 85, and now he is 86. I believe he deserves the +3 upgrade. I think the reason I've put him only at 86 is because I don't think EA would ever do more than a 3 upgrade to a player like this high rated. But if they gave him an 88 card, I wouldn't even be shocked or anything. He deserves it. He is incredible. He's the best right back in the world by quite a massive mile at the moment. I think he's brilliant. I'm so jealous that he's playing for Liverpool. His delivery and his technique of hitting the ball is one of the best in the world. Incredible player. I've given him a +3 to 86. Could it be 87, 88? It could be. Who knows? He probably deserves it. Moving on to the midfield, we're starting with Fabinho, their rock in CDM. I've kept him at 85. Don't think he's done anything to deserve going down. Don't think he's necessarily done anything to deserve going up. A great player, and a player that I think in the next couple of years is going to be really crucial for Liverpool if they're going to try and maintain this high level that they've already set out. A brilliant player, fantastic interceptions, just a massive unit in the middle of that Liverpool team that really helps those two centre-backs. Next, we have a very similar situation with Wijnaldum. I've kept him at 84. The pure reason is because he hasn't been bad enough to have a downgrade, but he hasn't necessarily been like incredible enough to get to that 85 rated player. I think he suits that 84 kind of rating. A really good ball carrying midfielder. Doesn't really get the like goals or assists that kind of just like he'd get the praise for. So I think he does go a bit under the radar and not noticed as much, but I think he really helps kind of like join up when Firmino drops and he kind of pushes forward. I think those two link up really well. He just keeps the ball ticking all the time, and I think he's quite an underrated player who deserves to keep his 84 rating. Next, we have El Capitano, Jordan Henderson. Now, I've put him up to an 85 now. You might think I'm a bit mental for this, but I think Jordan Henderson is, again, an extremely underrated player. People just say, oh, he runs a lot, and he passes the ball. So much more than that. Being able to run and press is so much more valuable in today's football. The Premier League is a league where if you perform a high press, you're more likely to win the game, really. And he does that excellently. He's also a brilliant captain. All the stuff off the field he does is fantastic. He won not the PFA Player of the Year, but the something Player of the Year, so that deserves an upgrade. I think 85 is a good amount. I could see it being 84, like just a one upgrade, but I wouldn't be surprised if at 85. If you've captained your team to a Champions League and then a Premier League, surely you're deserving of a high rated card. So that is the reason I've given him the 85. Next, we have Mo Salah, and I believe he is going to stay the same at 90. Again, with a lot of people in this team, I don't believe he has done bad at all, obviously, because he's scoring so many goals to go down. But I think he's actually maintained this level from the season, which is an extremely high level, the 90 rated level. But I think he's maintained that. He hasn't gone above and beyond what he did like the season before. So I see no reason to put him up to that 91. Some people might say that's a bit harsh and like an incorrect evaluation, as he is one of the best goal scorers on the planet at the moment. But I'm going to keep him at 90 just because he hasn't quite done enough to get to that 91 level. And I think with the other players that I think in the world are on that 91 level, he's not quite at that level. Next, we have a controversial one. Bobby Firmino, the first downgrade of the team. I've actually put him from 86 to an 85 now. Liverpool fans, please don't kill me. The reason for this is because he's the striker of a European winning team and a Premier League winning team, and I think he scored one or two goals at home this season for Liverpool and really didn't score enough for a striker. Now, I know people are going to say, oh, he dropped backs, he allows Salah and Mane to score. This is my controversial football opinion. I actually think many strikers in the league could replace Firmino, and Liverpool would just do as well. I don't think he's that key at all. I think if we look at the Premier League strikers now, you could put Vardy in there, you could put Werner in there, Danny Ings could do a job at Liverpool up front at the moment. I really think so. I just think he hasn't deserved keeping the 86 rating. He's going down an 85, in my opinion. Controversial. I'm sorry. I just don't think he does enough for me. So he is going down to an 85. Last but not least, we have Sadio Mane, the fantastic, intense, direct winger. He's gone up from an 88 to a 90, in my opinion. Upgraded to. Now, the reason for this partly was because Salah is 90. So I believe Mane and Salah are actually an even playing field now. They're basically a similar ranked player in the world. That is the reason purely that I want to put Mane up to a 90. Also, he's had a great season, so I think he deserves to be put up to that level. And I personally believe he is better than Salah. So the fact that he was 2 below anyway was, I think, wrong. So I fixed that, put them both to 90. And I think that's a fair reflection of both the wingers, because those wingers make Liverpool. They literally score so many goals between them. It's fantastic to see. Mane is a joy to watch. His technique is impeccable. So yeah, that's why I've boosted him up to the 90 rated. But yeah, those are my Liverpool ratings. Let me know down below what you thought. I'd love to comment and reply to all of you guys. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.